Hey, welcome back to the Nets, your one stop channel for unbiased views, games, analysis, scores, transfers, and predictions. Before I go anywhere, please do hit the like button, please do hit the subscribe button, it will help me immensely. Uh, so, yesterday's game, KKR and Rajasthan Royals. I will probably do a different section on this one with Rohan. I know he will have tons of his thoughts to share. But to touch it briefly, Captain Morgan steps up when needed. That was amazing. That was probably the best knock I've seen Morgan play in this edition of IPL. A calculated gamble with Russell paying off. 20 odd with 10 balls and 11 balls and a strike rate of 200. I will take it. Lower down the order. Cummins stepping up and taking nothing away from Mavi. Mavi probably bowled again one of the best spells we have seen in this IPL, giving away 3.75 runs and grabbing 2 wickets for 4 overs is amazing. The biggest thing was we found out that Stokes is a human. I actually was expecting Stokes to finish this game off, but he failed, and it's all good. It was again Smith tinkering with the batting lineup does not help. But again, I won't really go too much into details for yesterday's game. What I would talk about definitely is the margin with which KKR won the game, which throws the IPL in the fix again. Now it's a number crunching game between RCB and DC. RCB and DC play here shortly. And what this defeat of RR has done is put in everything into a different spin. If RCB wins and if they win comprehensively, which is with a margin of 12 balls to spare, if they are uh, if they are chasing a target, then RCB definitely finishes second. It finishes above everybody else. Whoever wins this game finishes second. Let's just put it that way. But what it does is if DC loses by a specific runs, or if they win by a specific target, then what it does is it pushes KKR up. This team, the team that loses today, is potentially fourth, and which means SRH can come in and spoil the party. If SRH beats Mumbai, it spoils the party. So, what it has done now is it has shown first why IPL is probably the best league on the planet. We are in the last two games of the league, and we still do not have a second, third, and fourth. Yes, it all boils down to how SRH, if SRH can beat Mumbai. Because in this IPL, I think we have seen two different teams. One is Mumbai, and then there are the rest. So there are 14 possible. There are four possible teams that could end up with 14 potential points, and yet it's the net run rate that will decide the second, third, and fourth position. Speaks volumes of the quality of the players that IPL has, and how IPL has been, immense in generating talent for India. When we talk about somebody like Mavi, but again, let's not get into those specifics today. So I think the first thing that will happen is whoever wins the toss would want to chase the target, because it definitely clears up the air that okay, I have two different things that I can do. I can either reach target A where I know I am safe, and then there is target B, which is eventually win the game. So yes, if I see that I am losing the game by any means, I can always recalculate and say this is primary target that has to be reached, just so I am in the thereabouts and hope Mumbai saves us. Or, then there is that okay, if it's a low scoring game, 160 or odd, let's just finish it off in 16 or 17 odd overs and finish on a high, finish second and spoil the party for the other team. Judging by the current form, I still think that RCB is probably the stronger of the two. They have a much more balanced side. And I think these are the kind of games that wake up Virat Kohli. He has so far, considering the standards that Virat Kohli has set himself and set the rest of the world, I think Virat Kohli has failed in this IPL. Just two odd innings where he has actually scored out of the 11 times that he has got a chance to bat doesn't really justify Virat Kohli. But then again, this is the time when somebody like Rishabh Pant or Shreyas Iyer has to put their hands up and say, okay, this is what we are doing. And when I say that, I was watching an amazing interview from Roy Keane yesterday, where Roy Keane said it's not the manager, it's not the score that motivates a player. It's the player that comes in, it's the DNA, it's a natural DNA, where every single time a player walks in and says, I am performing today and I will do it today. And this is what I think separates the best from the rest. And I have a feeling that it's going to be a motivation factor like this, which will eventually decide the second, third, and fourth place. So I know much again rests on what the results of SRH and Mumbai would be. And I have a feeling that it could very well be that Mumbai might eventually beat SRH on the current form. But again, SRH has tons at stake and they will step in. But before we get on to that game, let's just focus on what's on offer today, DC versus RCB. I hope whoever wins, it's a beautiful game of cricket, A. And whoever wins, it still keeps the IPL alive till the very last game, where Mumbai might field a new team altogether, give out Chris Lynn a try for the first time this time around, and I am keeping my fingers crossed and hoping that Mumbai gets that one bad game out of their system. It would be nice to have walk in being non-complacent to the playoffs. So with that being said, this is all that I have for today's segment. I will again do a follow up with Rohan. So before I go, please do hit the like button, please do hit the subscribe button, give me a shout out. And wherever you guys are, stay healthy, stay safe. We will talk shortly. Thank you.